good back there? Ready? First, go ahead and start, please.
TB, I know you've been going live a little bit more lately, but it probably hits different to get out there in Bud Walton against another opponent. Just how did it feel to get out there and shake off a little rust?
Man, it felt great. It's obviously different, practicing and scrimmaging against, our team. But to actually get out there and, play somebody else, it felt really good. I felt great. The team played great. It was a good night.
You pulled down that offensive rebound there in the second hand and went up there and flushed it. How did that feel? I mean, I know you've been waiting a long time to get out there and to get a play like that and get the crowd on their feet. It probably felt pretty good.
Man, I was trying to get a dunk in the first half, but I didn't get one. And then, some of the guys were giving me some stuff in the locker room at halftime, so, I had to go out there and get one.
Coach was just telling us that he showed film of teams losing to D2 schools, including you last year at Louisville. Just how does it feel to start off, your year here at Arkansas with such a dominant performance?
Man, it feels really good just to be able to have a performance like that with my teammates. Like you said, I lost the D2 against the D2 last year in the exhibition game, so to be able to come out on the right foot and play hard at guys and we get a really good win, it felt really good.
Musk talked about the ball moving a lot in this game. He was pleased with that. How did you feel within the offense with so many players shuttling in and out? How did it feel to have kind of everybody on the same page there, low turnovers, getting good shots?
I think it felt really good. Everybody was moving the ball, like you said. Nobody was out there playing selfish. It was all out there playing for each other. That's why we got so many open looks. And I feel like that's going to be the scheme of the team this year. Like, we're going to move the ball. We're going to try to get each other good shots. And that's what we did.
Man, nobody plays selfish. Removing the rock, there was like a series in the first half when Kai got the putback. Man, that series was crazy. I love the ball movement there. It's going to be in a clinic somewhere. But, man, it was good to get out there. Everybody was sharing. It was a fun night for everybody.
Your first bucket in the first half looked like you were almost horizontal to the floor before you got it up and off the glass. How tough was that shot? Did you think it had a chance when you let it off you?
Well, I knew it was finna go in, but I thought that was an and one. So you know me, I'm thinking it's an and one, but yeah, I mean that's just a little bit. This is what I do.
4 assists, no turnovers tonight. I know you've kind of spoken about transitioning your game a little bit from Louisville. Do you feel like it's coming pretty naturally, just maybe being more of a distributor at times and not just a scorer?
Yeah, it just came very natural because I got really good players around me. They make my job easy. I just got to give them the ball when they're open. And I feel like just the transition from being at Louisville, having to be so ball dominant, so focused on scoring all the time, it feels good just to be able to be out there, run a team, look like a point guard.
And TB, I'm just wondering, is there anything specific you feel like, you can point to and say, I still kind of have to get this going or change this in terms of your comeback process right now?
No, I don't feel like that. I've had a lot of time to, get myself back to 100%. So, I've prepared myself physically and mentally for, so it was no challenge.
You good? For both of y'all, it's a D2 team, but they didn't get into double figures until under 7 minutes left in the first half. Just what do you guys think y'all's defensive potential might be?
Every day at practice, defense is always one of our big emphasis. Obviously, we do the hand and the eye thing, and I think that really bothers, opponents with our length. And, we're so long, and I can't even imagine playing against a team like this. So, just us doing the hands and all the little stuff, it makes it hard for opponents to score the rock.
Yeah, most definitely. Just having a hand in the eye ball, being in the gap early, showing your hands, just being there for your teammates if they get beat. I feel like we did a really good job of that.
Real quick, Chandler Lawson, I bet he had 6-7 deflections first half, couple blocks, couple steals. Just can he help y'all this year? What do you think his role could potentially be?
Without a question, he can help us. There's no telling what his role is going to be. We just played one expedition games, but you guys have seen it in the red and white game. He runs the floor. He does all the little stuff. He gets the tip balls. Gets rebounds, and is a really experienced college player. So he's going to be great for us.
Trevon, what have you seen in practice from Al and tonight?
limited minutes, just did a lot of good things. What's your take on Ellen, what he's adding to y'all?
I mean, at practice, El's been great. Musk says it all the time. You know, he's the most improved player as far as, you know, just getting the scheme down and, you know, just changing his ways, you know, from coming from Louisville to Arkansas, you know. You got to change something. But, man, he's great for us. I've never played with a point guard, you know, that has that as much experience as him, so it's great to have that experience.
You know, you guys, first 10 points, you scored 7, you assisted on a 3, so you literally had a hand in all those, and no turnovers. I think you guys were plus 29 in your 16. Just what you think of the start you got off to, and that, you know, translated to the team, obviously, getting off to a good start.
Yeah, I got off to a really good start. Really just trying to play the right way, trying to take the open shots, and really just not really just try to take the open shots, but really just get into the lane and really look for my teammates. When you're a giver, you always receive. So I feel like I just gotta be a giver first, and I always receive.
And for both you guys, I mean, Eric's known for adding good players in the transfer portal. You guys are part of the latest group, but he's added guys going back to Nevada. Just what is it about Eric that you think, and the staff, that attracts, you know, quality transfers like y'all?
Man, definitely winning, man. You see his resume. You know, I transferred last year, but going into, you know, we played in my freshman year in Missouri, and when we came here, I was like, man, I got to be a part of that. And, you know, probably for L, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say that. Go ahead, L. Go ahead, L.
Yeah, I already know what he was going to say. Well, yeah, I already know what he was going to say. Just playing against him in Maui, I knew right then and there, I was like, man, I got to play for a program like that, play for a coach like that. Just the way he goes about things with him and his staff, you know, like it's very detailed. They really care about us. They want us to, you know, get to that next level and, you know, be really successful. So I feel like if you're in a transfer portal and Musk calls you, like you're crazy if you don't come.
Is there something they do in the recruiting process out of the portal where it's like, okay, here's what you're doing at your old school. Here's what we can help you do to help you take your game to another level. From what I understand, they do a pretty good job with that.
Yeah, they do a great job of that. With me coming in, they said I really got to be able to run a team. I got to cut down on my turnovers. And the last 2 outings that we had, I've showed like that. I cut down on turnovers. I can really run a team. So with them talking to me in the portal, like that was just the main things. Every little thing that I did at Louisville, they broke that down and they told me exactly what I needed to do to get better.
Or, El, what do you think of Trevon and seeing him get that rebound and flush? That was kind of like vintage Trevon. How good is it to see him doing something like that?
Man, I remember seeing that dunk last year he had, and just be able to play with somebody like him, you know, it just makes the game easier. You know, I feel like he's gonna be one of the best players in the country this year, and I feel like the staff and the rest of the guys feel the same way. So just be able to have somebody like that on your team, very humble. You know, he really cares about winning. It's just great to have him.
Yeah, for both guys, Trevon had 10 points tonight. I guess just what are y'all seeing for him maybe was behind the scenes? I don't think we've talked about him just a whole lot this preseason, but just impact you guys potentially see from him.
I mean, yeah, the whole you know off-season teamwork was like, you know, he was doing unbelievable stuff in practice. You know, so that just watching him do that, you know, I think all the guys had a lot of trust in him, you know, and have a lot of trust in him. And tonight we just seen him go out there and do, you know, what he can do.
Yeah, for sure. All summer in preseason, the things that he does on the court, like he's been doing, and it doesn't amaze me at all. Like I knew how good he was, I knew how talented he was, and he just does everything. Not only score, he guards, he rebounds, like he does all the little things as well.
Hey, when they showed the video of you guys losing last year, I mean, did that surprise you, upset you, motivate you? I mean, just what was your take on that? And you obviously reacted well to it.
Nah, it didn't surprise me at all. They always, every time we have film, they just throw little Louisville clips and things up there all the time. So I'm used to it, and they know that I don't mind it. Like I'm older. I know. Like at the end of the day, like I'm here. What happened at Louisville doesn't matter anymore. So.